honored to have our CEO introduce me while I moderate a panel at my alma mater, UTD, which really served as an incredible launching pad for my career here in Dallas. And today, to be able to have a conversation with these incredible women in business and technology is truly a very special moment. Dave and I are delighted to be able to partner with UTD on this incredible event that has gathered a group of young and experienced minds around DFW. So how many of you saw the black hole picture last week? Yes, a whole bunch of you, wonderful. And you probably also saw Katie Bauman there, as well as the MIT computer scientist Margaret Hamilton's pictures side by side. What fun opportunities both of them had and to make incredible contributions. And so while we also recognized on Twitter and many other places that there were so many other scientists and teams that were involved with this project, I think what is also really cool is to just take a moment and recognize and celebrate these young women and their bright minds, these women in technology. So if you wouldn't mind giving them a big hand. Thank you. Now, when you look at these women, they look like women in technology, going to MIT, et cetera, and figuring out ways to manage large sets of data and identifying images of the black hole. But I want you to think about women in technology also in a more broader concept. I, for one, did not study or STEM in the traditional sense. I did not pursue a career in STEM either. However, I truly believe that having a STEM mindset is also really important. And one of the reasons I think I was even qualified to moderate this panel today is because I come from an interesting genetic pool of women that had a STEM mindset. So on this picture right behind me is my great-grandmother right in the middle, with wonderful poise. Her name was Fuliba. She never went to school at all, let alone any kind of STEM education. But she was the go-to person in the small town called Baroda in Gujarat, where when anybody fell sick, they went to her and she concocted some herbal remedies, and that used to make everybody feel better. She also, apparently, folklore goes, she gave birth to over 200, or assisted in giving birth to over 200 women and young girls. And so that would have been a lot of family for me. Yes, so she assisted, and she was the go-to person whenever somebody needed to, help with giving birth at that time, because hospitals were not closed in. And so I just feel really blessed to have come from women like that. That picture over there is my currently 107-year-old grandmother, who is still alive and kicking and amazing. She never went to school either. However, she loved to read. And she married a physician, lived in a hospital complex, and so she would visit the hospital library every day and check out books. And the librarian of the hospital often mentioned that she had read more books than medical students had within that hospital environment. And so it's really phenomenal to kind of think about what women with a STEM mindset, can do. And so these are some other pictures. That's little me with my parents. I did not go the STEM route, as I mentioned to you, but that's my mom. She was a botanist. My aunt's microbiologist. And now I surround myself with incredible leaders, women leaders, smart women, some in technology, and others in various different professions that are all complemented, by technology as well. I am a product of US and India. I've been back and forth a few times. However, I've been in this country now and in Dallas for the past 21 years. And if there were cameras on this campus back then, one, you would have found very few buildings, but you might also have caught me walking around the campus, really trying to figure out what life was going to be like in the US for me back in 1998. But soon after, I was introduced, thanks to professors here at UTD, to a technology incubator and a small team that was getting started up, along with Paul Nichols, who I know is right here in the audience and works at UTD now. Life has come a full circle, but we started to become core team members of this tech incubator and accelerator called StarTech right here in Richardson, where we helped hundreds of technology entrepreneurs and helped start several companies and fund them as well. And so it's interesting kind of where your path takes you. So that's all probably that you're going to hear about me this evening. I want to get this conversation started with the wonderful women we have here in the audience, on the stage here. So I'm going to sit down right next to Maya and get this panel discussion going. But thank you all for being here.